Discord chat. Voice chat, please. Yeah. All right, well, Sarah's here. Jess is here. Patrick is not here. Oh, there's Patrick. Seven's here. Cool. All right, that's perfect. No, well, I'll turn on webcams if you want, and if you don't, that's fine. No, we couldn't get people in the call. Like, I couldn't get everyone seeing everyone talk. So it was glorious. We're just waiting on Sarah in here. All right. So Saren's typing something. Saren is Saren is his character name. It's his real name. And all right, there, Saren's here. Yes, you can hear us. Can you hear me, Saren? Okay, everyone's here. Everyone, give me a roll 20 if you can hear me in roll 20. Make sure that's all working, and then we'll get started. All right. Make sure you guys can roll. Nala, you can roll for your character. All right. So everyone's here. Cool. Very good. So we'll get started tonight. You guys can see me wonderfully on roll 20, which is great. Who remembers what we did last week? You know where we ended. Who wants to give a quick sort of recount of last week? Or I can do it. Yeah. All right. So I'll give you a quick rundown, just to cover all the bits and pieces, and we'll get going. So, a bunch of you were traveling with a traveling caravan. A couple of you were hired to protect the caravan, and a few of you just paid for some protection as you were traveling. Okay, traveling to Everlook from Hintergard. Okay. Because the roads were busy and dangerous, you guys were grouping together. The first night there, you met a random vagabond who asked you about his missing friend, which you seem to recall you've seen once or twice, but you haven't seen him recently. There was an amazing performance by Gerald that night. You woke up the next morning and that guy was gone. The caravan carried on. You stopped for next day by a river. You were attacked just after performing again, an amazing performance as well. You were attacked by 2 crocodiles that ended up biting your horse in half. You managed to face punch the crocodiles. Both Jessica, what's your character's name? But both Mary and Nala basically punched the crocodiles in half. You spent the remainder of the day pushing the caravan, the cart by hand. Both of the large raced monster people did that. And the caravan sort of got ahead of you. 7 was with the caravan. When you caught up to them, you realized the camp was empty. 7 wasn't there as well. 7 came back and explained to you that people had run off. They heard some sound, some crunching, a yell or something. He wasn't too sure. And they went off. Everyone ran off into the woods to go look for people. As you guys were investigating the caravan and picking into some lockboxes, some of the crew started coming back, but you've only had about 8 people come back. You decided to dump the wagon contents and hoist it up into a tree, and your last decision was to head off into the woods to go look for survivors. So that's where we ended it after night 1. Cool. Any questions? Awesome. So let us go back to the game. So again, that's where we are right now. You guys are about to head off. Masha is not here tonight. He wished us good luck. I will be playing Masha's character for tonight. Cool. So you guys are heading off. Is that the thing? From where you can see, it's pretty light right now, but it seems to get heavier in. There's no real path or trail. It seems to be just sort of light shrubbery turning into heavy shrubbery. Yeah, you have a big trail that you can follow for sure. All right. Cool. Everyone else is coming. 7, are you following them as well? That's right. I remember now at the end of it. 7 is sneaking behind you, but like he's shining. His skull is reflecting like the moonlight, and he's very, very obvious. This like liquid is just like jiggling around as he tries to be stealthily behind you. So you guys head off in the direction of the detect magic. It was an evocation that was cast. So you head about, I would say, you get to about 150 feet into the woods, and the spell kind of fades, and this sort of like dissipates. The magic is slowly dissipating, and it kind of is going away. You see a broken tree, okay, and you see a dead monkey that looks like it's sort of just been pierced and singed. Yeah, definitely looks like it hit the same thing the monkey did and fell over. It's not necessarily jungle, it would be deep forest, but yeah. No, it would be more native to sort of regions, but they're not very common. There is passive perception, but if you want to actually actively look for something, you have to do it. You want to do a perception check, so like scout around the area? Absolutely. Ooh, natural 20. There you go. Now, is it? Can you roll me another perception? Because the last 3 rolls you did were 20s, and I just don't trust you. No, I'm kidding. No, I was being sarcastic. I was being sarcastic. Please don't read into it. Okay, cool. So you look around, and you see definitely the tree has fallen, and you definitely notice there are some tracks. It looks like a decent amount of tracks heading off sort of deeper into the woods with a couple of what looks to be things dragged. As a natural 20, I will tell you that you definitely look like there was a struggle here, and people were dragged off. So, I mean, they don't. They're like the body's still warmish. It's not like it's been there for hours, but it could. It wasn't. It's not fresh. Like it's not beating blood or anything like that. It's been there for maybe about 30 minutes or so. Yeah, it looks like it was burnt through. Like it's got a little hole in it, like through the center. You can tell. Make an investigation check. Actually, make a medicine check. Well, we'll call that as a medicine check. I'll give you a 17 on the first roll, just for the different bonus. Okay, so 17. So yeah, definitely looks like this is pretty recent. Definitely a very fresh thing. You'd probably say within the last hour. Mm-hmm. It doesn't give off a particular smell. It would maybe just smell like something being burnt, but you don't. It smells burnt, but it doesn't give off a sulfury smell or like a distinct odor. Yeah. So you can roll an investigation on tracks. What do you want? What are you looking for? Sure. I will tell you. Actually, you know what? Based on Patrick's natural 20, he definitely noticed that they're humanoid people and people wearing boots, and a couple other smaller sort of animal tracks, maybe in the area too. But they're not sure if they're related. You still are not good at medicine. Okay, so those tracks head off deeper into the woods. So you guys are going to continue on? Oh yeah, she can't hear any of you. Now she can.
Hello? Can you hear us?
Hello, world.
Our one fan. We appreciate
We have one fan. It's important.
She can hear us. Yay.
Yeah, sorry.
Hi, Jessica's friend.
Right. Even the greatest of buildings all started with a single stone.
That's right.
Look at all that call out nubs.
Hey, man. Awesome. Okay, cool. So you guys continue onwards, following the path. Is that where we're at?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at the path ahead and just mutter, "Looks dangerous," and I'm gonna activate some little sigils on my armor. I'm gonna get this nice little bluish green light that shines over me and then disappears. I'm gonna go forward.
Perfect. So, moving on. you move deeper into the forest, and it gets a little bit darker. How are you guys moving? Are you how are you moving along? Are you moving normally, quickly, stealthily? What's your plan?
What time of day is it?
think
It's nighttime, right? So we're it just like they settle for camp about an hour before dusk, so we're about an hour and a half after dusk, after light for the sunset.
Yeah. I want to move a bit slower so I can kind of keep a keen listening on because, we're in the middle of the woods at night.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. Can anybody not see in the dark though?
Oh, I can't see in the dark.
I can't see.
I can.
I can.
Go on.
So, is there enough moonlight in the forest where do we need to light a lantern or no? For us, I don't have dark vision.
If you don't have dark vision, it's definitely you don't see very well. It's the trees overhead is hiding most of the moon. So if you're trying to move anything more than slowly, you might trip or make a lot of noise for sure.
I'm just gonna turn my lantern on then.
Okay. So you have a lantern. It's emitting a glow for about 30 feet ahead. You can see ahead of you, but the trees again are casting a lot of shadows and things like that. But you can still make out the trail enough to sort of follow it. So you follow the trail for a good 20 minutes. And you're starting to see that there is up ahead, you're about 60 to 80 feet away from it. There looks like the trees are going to break into something else, like you're at the edge of something.
So you're talking about a fork?
Not necessarily a fork. It's just like the foliage sort of is abruptly stopping at that point. It's still dark. You can't really see that far, and your course light isn't there, but there's definitely an end to sort of the foresty area you're walking towards if you continue to follow the path.
Okay, I'm just gonna put my spear in my empty left hand.
Okay. You guys are going to keep moving up?
I'm gonna go real quiet.
All
I'm
right.
gonna try to be quiet.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and be quiet as well.
Let's all roll stealth checks.
Let's all fail at stealth check.
Oops.
You're the monk.
I don't know why I
You'll
keep
be good at
double-clicking
it.
We'll see.
Second one.
Okay, I
Aw,
love to say
yeah.
this because of my jack of all trades. I get to add half my proficiency to skills I'm not proficient on. So my stealth is actually going to get a +1.
Okay.
Nice.
Actually, +3 total because I have a 2 to Dex and a +1 from jack of all trades.
Okay.
So that's a 16.
Okay. I'm going to give you guys the average. So 1, 2, 3, and 3 failures. So I'm going to say that it's pretty damn dark and it's a little bit hard to see. You make a couple cracks and leaves and things like that, and you move closer to the edge of this outcropping, and you look through the trees and you can see a cave opening with torchlight and a couple other things going on. And there's some people standing sort of by the edge of this cave. You can see a couple guys. From a distance, it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go into my satchel and get out my little raccoon.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna send him through the brush around the side, see if he can spy on them for me.
Okay.
I'd be able to see them with dark vision.
Yeah, you can see them more clearly than the rest of the group. They look like unshaven lots, sort of haggardy clothes. They're currently drinking some booze. You can make out sort of they have maybe a dog with them or something. Big sort of burly beast that's sleeping at their feet. And there's a cave opening, and they have a torch in the cave opening.
So is he telling us this?
Yeah. Relay this. Sorry.
To relay everything.
Just confirm if you're going to do it. Just say, "Can I see it?" and I'll let people know. Then I'll just assume people know.
All right.
Yeah, I'd like to let him know.
Okay, so you guys all see that. You guys all sort of get an idea of where they're at because you guys can't see them very well, but it's torchlight around them, so you can sort of see a fire and some dark shapes over in the area. So you can assume that there's 2 or 3 people over there.
Do they have? Sorry, did you say that they have weapons at all, or can we see?
You can definitely see they're carrying some. You couldn't see, but
I can
Saren.
see. I'll ask if they have any weapons.
Saren, you could make out like some crude weapons on them and things like that. They're definitely armed.
So Maria, make sure her quarterstaff is at the ready then.
Okay.
Just in case.
What are you guys gonna do?
I mean,
So,
I'm up
bye.
to. Sorry.
Start whispering. How about I go in there? Charm them, and then, maybe get information out of them, and maybe get them to go and into the cave to figure out what's going on, because I'm just that charming person, and then you guys can sneakily follow behind.
Sneakily, aye.
I'll be the distraction.
Yeah.
I'll just make them believe I'm just a fellow fellow bandit, and
All right. I was just gonna say crush some skulls, but it's a good plan too.
If you want to give it a try, plan B
What if
can
they mean
always
us
be
no harm?
crush some skulls.
okay. So everyone's cool with my idea? Is that what we're going with?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna walk up and basically just kind of pretend I'm like one of the new guys that just kind of got on what they're doing.
All right.
So I just come through the brush, that's that. Yeah, finally I got here.
All right. So they look over at you, and they eyes open wide, and they look at each other and they go, "It's him! It's one of them! Hurry, quick! Let the other guys know." And
Well, just kill him. That's no choice now.
Are they trying to capture me?
well, no. Hold on. And you can roll initiative because they are starting to look up at you and move towards you.
No, wait, I can't deceive
Oh no, they recognize you.
as one of the guards. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I can live with that.
So yeah, make sure you guys hit the initiative button on your character
Oh.
sheets.
Okay, never mind. Well, 17. Are you doing initiative bonus or no?
Yeah, if you hit the initiative button, it will do it, that way it will show me.
All right, that's my bad. I got a 19 total then.
That's fine. We'll just do it manually this time. So hold on a second, and we are here. Come on.
I accidentally rolled twice.
Let's go. I'm just trying to get everyone out on the board here, so bear with me. Nala, Buckles. I've got Saren, and we've got Nala, we've got Buckles. Who am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing somebody. I'm missing some matchas out in the back here. 7 was being sneaky out with matcha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who am I missing? Oh, there. That's my little monk.
Yay!
Okay, so ignore if you guys aren't seeing the map. So I'll explain it and I'll describe for Patrick. So Patrick, you see 3 as you come out of the woods and say hi, and they yell. You see 3 guardsmen, and they're 2 dogs. Okay, and Sorry. Let me just get the NPC stats going for these guys. No cheating and looking at the stream to see NPC stats.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. I just gotta roll initiative for the NPCs now. All right, so okay, I have my initiative orders. Let me just take a look at yours here. So can't manage attitude. That's annoying. Okay, that's fine. Not bad it is. Okay, we have Saren, who is an 8. We have Mare, who is a 14. We have 7, who is a 4. We have Buck, who is a 8.
I rolled a 14. The 8 was just because I was trying to get on the.
Oh, okay,
automatic
14.
one.
That's fine.
I rolled a 13 as well above, but I
Oh, that was 17. Yeah, I see you up there. Perfect. I'm just scrolling up here. And all we're missing is initiative from, unless I missed it, Nala initiative.
I thought I rolled. Didn't I?
Don't see it.
Don't see it on my screen.
Click there.
I don't see it either.
Okay, 15.
I got a 19 total for mine.
Right. Okay, and that's Gerald is 19. Okay, cool. So, as soon as you come out of the woods and they see you, this first dog is going to come running at you. So this dog is coming running at you.
So it's going to be in range of my spear. It means I get attack of opportunity, right?
You get attack of opportunity if it's like backing away from you, not if it's coming towards you. That's how I understand it.
Okay, because I know because I thought you'd be. I think he's running into my reach of weapon. The spear basically gives me a 5-foot gap between me and the dog.
Let me just confirm.
I think there's a feat specifically for that.
Do you have a feat for that?
No, no.
No, I'm pretty sure it only works if he leaves.
Yeah, so it's retreating. So opportunity attacks, unless you have a specific feat for it, opportunity attacks.
No feat.
Yeah, so opportunity attacks can be used if he backs out of your combat range. You can make an opportunity attack on him. Okay.
Okay.
So he's on there. He jumps up in front of you, and he is going to attack you. Does a 12 hit you?
Nope, it misses.
All right, so the dog comes jumping after you as soon as the master sort of let him go, and he starts bounding at you and makes a jump at you, and you're sort of already on the ready and sort of sidestep the dog a little bit. And that's the end of the dog's turn. And now it is Gerald. Now it's your turn. What are you doing? You have a dog in front of you, and you have 2 bandits sort of off about, let's say, 25 feet ahead of you as soon as you came out of the woods. And there's another dog that's with them there, too.
Well, I'm going to try to shish kebab the dog.
All right.
Does that hit?
What are you? Sorry, you rolled a 15. And this is the 7. So armor class 12. So yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
Okay, so it's going to be 1d6 plus 4.
So 6 damage. So you take a swing at the dog. As soon as it came after you, it sort of jumped past you when it barked. And what kind of weapon do you have? You have a spear, right? Yeah. And as it jumps to sort of bite you and you dodge it, you just jam your spear sort of right into its ribs. And it sort of, you get it pretty hard. You get a good chunk of bone. You hear some bone crunch in there. And the dog sort of twists off your spear. It looks really fucking hurt. Anything else?
Just to make sure I'm still kind of safe distance, I'm basically just going to try to... Well, no. So if I do that, it leaves me open. I'm basically just have my just kind of spear at the ready, just like right in front of me, pointing.
Okay. So, that ends your turn. And now the other dog was also running, starts running as well. 2, 3. And it makes it about 20 feet. It's getting pretty close to you. It jumped up and it's going to dash at you as well. So now the other dog is there, but it doesn't have an attack to attack. So the other dog is just right on your face too, running at you right now. Cool. Gerald. Okay. And then that's the dog's turn. And we have Nala. You're up.
Right. So how far would you say these dogs are?
So right now, like, you guys were sort of at the woods. Gerald stepped out in front of the woods, and they're on Gerald. Do you guys not see them? Did I not show it to you?
I cannot see
see
it.
Yeah, I can't see it.
What?
I can only
I
see
see.
my token, and that's it.
Yeah,
I
same
only
here.
see blackness.
There we go.
Okay.
What do you see
I
now?
can see a map now.
See a world
This-
map.
Yeah, that seems like too much map.
Blackness.
Just gotta zoom in real close.
Yeah,
There's a thing where you can do like you could do like reveal.
Oh, do I have to do that?
I don't know. It'll be on your tail.
Hold on. I know. Fog of War. There we go.
Ah,
Now you guys can see.
yes.
Okay.
Sorry. Does that look better for everybody?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the water at the bottom, disregard. That's the woods on the left-hand side. So that blue stuff is woods.
Okay.
And the cave entrance is sort of up near that tree in the top left behind the guys.
Okay.
And each square is 5 feet on this.
Yes.
All right.
And sorry, can we move diagonally?
Yes, you can. It's one movement. That's 5 feet. So diagonally or whatever, that's fine.
Okay. Then I'm gonna get
You can move yourself. Just do it.
all right, I'm gonna go right here. In front
Sorry,
of these. Those are
like
right
Okay.
between the two dogs.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna rage.
Yeah.
And take a swing at the hurt one.
Okay. So the hurt one's the top one, the one sort of that's, I guess, north of you.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. 12 hits.
All right.
14 to hit.
Is it 14 to hit?
And 12 damage.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's
Okay,
yeah.
14 to hit, 12 damage. Oh, it's automatic. Okay. Yeah, well, that hits still, and 12 damage.
All right. Cool.
So you literally go, and the dog's sort of panting. And how you gonna do this? What are you gonna do?
I am going to get down and look it in the face and like bare my teeth at it with like froth spitting out of my mouth, and then just bring my maul right on top of its skull.
Okay.
So the last thing it sees is my enraged face.
And
Brutal.
the skull just cracks, and it's like a loud, audible crack, and that thing just is done. It's just a lying limp. Like there's not even much left of the skull. Like the eye socket's like loose, the eyeballs training, the head's just split open. And there's teeth and bone all over the place, and this pile of blood. Anything else?
And then I'm just gonna stare down the other one and yell at it.
All right. Now starts to
Howl
curse
at it.
incoherently at the dog, sort of spluttering and spittering. Buck, you're up.
All right. Well, not wanting to be outdone, but very impressed, I'm going to run up to the other dog and pull out my warhammer.
Yep.
Upon the flat side, there's this runic sigil that's going to glow real bright before I hit this thing with a booming blade.
Okay.
Where? There it is. Oh, sorry. No. There we go. Damn.
So what was your hit on that? 7?
7.
So like your blade is like your hammer glows, and you're all like running over to sort of get in there, and you go to swing at the dog, but you're sort of like unbalanced because you're sort of running up to try to catch up to the raging berserker. You sort of misstep and you swing at the dog, and it just sort of steps back a little bit on its hind legs and just sort of growls at you and doesn't hit.
It does make a very loud boom, though.
It does. You hear this boom through the air, but just pure air, and the dog just sort of growls at you, and it's drooling, and it's kind of gross looking.
That's just too cute.
Technically, Mara, you should have gone first, I think, because you have higher dex, right? Because you rolled a 14 as well, right?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, that's fine. You can go next. What are you doing?
Okay. Alright, so not to be outdone or anything.
This is going to be a massacre competition. I like it.
Quick question. Can I
Yes.
use a two-hand strike with my quarterstaff and then do an unarmed, or do I have to
Yeah.
do the
No.
one-hand?
You can do it. You can do an unarmed. Like you can do your bonus action Fist of Fury. Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just an unarmed attack, but like
Yeah.
if I use the staff two-handed, can I still do it?
Yeah, you can elbow or something like that. That's fine.
Okay.
Or
So
kick,
I'm gonna
like, it's fine.
do a quarterstaff strike first.
20 to hit. Yeah, that hits.
9 bludgeoning damage. And then
Okay.
I'm gonna do a unarmed strike.
Don't even bother. You literally just face punch it to death. It falls over. You punch the dog, you jump in, you two-handed smack it, and you just smack the dog down, and you hear a loud crunch, and the dog's just dead.
And I give a thumbs up to both of my all the teammates there, especially Buckholz.
Yeah.
I give you a thumbs up back.
Okay.
Well done.
7. What are you doing?
With the mouth of was there?
You're super a little bit laggy, but what's up? Seven. What are you
Can
doing?
you hear me now?
Yeah, you're okay. You just kind of sound like ass.
I'll try to figure. Was the mouth of
You're looking for the mouth of the cave?
yes.
Top left of the map.
Behind that tree, right?
Yeah, those
The
two
left-
walls are the edge of the cave.
Okay.
My artistic skills are -4. Okay, sorry.
I would move.
You're gonna move like 40 feet. That's your movement right there.
I started some stuff. I'll be back. Just skip my turn.
Okay, 7 moves up here. Okay, and it is now bandit number 1's turn. So this guy is gonna dash for the cave entrance. He's booking it. He's at the mouth of the cave now. And then the other bandit sees you guys and is going to scream like a madman and charge Okay, charge up, and he's going to attack Nala.
Ooh,
Let him try.
brave.
He's just like yelling. He's like, no!
I
Does
say it louder.
does a 10 hit you?
No.
Okay, so he's just like screaming and he's slashing at the air, and you're just sort of like, just sort of raging and dodging, like your head left and right. You're just sort of twitching, and he doesn't hit you. And then it's Saren's turn. Saren, what are you doing? Saren.
I'd like to get closer to where about 7 is.
Okay, you're gonna head over here. So like,
Yeah.
okay.
And Eldritch Blast at the one in the back.
This one here, or the one that's running?
One that's running.
Okay, the one that's running is the one back up there. So make, yeah, that one there. Perfect. Make an attack roll. Oh, is it, what Eldritch Blast is, yeah, is it a, I have to make a wisdom saving throw? How does it work? Remind me of that
I
spell.
think it's an attack.
It is attack. Yeah, it's an attack. Eldritch Blast. Spells. Yeah, so
Roll a d20, add your spell attack modifier.
yeah, exactly. So 9 plus what's your spell attack bonus? 5? That's a 14 to hit, right? Okay, and that hits. Roll damage. Roll damage. And okay, so the Eldritch Blast flashes from Saren's arms, flying through and upwards into the back of the bandit who's running. It gets hit right in the shoulder, and it pierces through, and it green glowing glob of stuff. And he looks hurt, but he's not that bad. He's still kind of trying to move. And now it's the other bandit's turn. He is also going to run up. Seeing the Eldritch Blast, he's going to run up and take a swing at Saren. Does a 21 hit you?
Yeah.
You know it does.
Just have to ask. Okay, you take 4 slashing damage. Okay, and that's what he's doing. And it is now top of the order. So,
So, what do you want me to do for my familiar? Does he go with me, or does he just roll
sorry,
alone?
he should go with you. It makes it easier. So if you want to
Can
do
I have
something, yeah, go ahead.
Can I have just said I sent him up towards the cave to warn me if there's trouble incoming?
Yes, sure. That's perfect. Okay. So, Gerald, to you. You have, so Gerald, to give you a visual on this, there is a bandit. So Nala's sort of standing next to you. So is Buck, and also Murray. They're all guys standing around. There's one sort of pissed off bandit with 2 daggers in his hands, standing sort of right in front of you, sort of yelling and screaming, swinging crazily, kind of missing. Nala's sort of just sitting there, kind of like laughing, crazily dodging. The other bandit has run towards Saren and Seven, who are sort of off to the right of you guys. And the third bandit has started to book it to the cave. Saren hit it with a Eldritch Blast. It hit him. It looks hurt, but it's not that bad.
Okay, has it slowed him down any?
No, not really. He's not slowed. He took some damage, but he's still moving at full speed.
Okay. So I'm gonna pretty much assume that, Nala's gonna pretty much take care of that guy.
The one that's sort of right in front of her? Sure.
Yeah, barbarian and all that,
Mhm.
So I guess I'm just gonna try to now can I disengage and then move a certain amount of feet closer to the guys near the cave and then cast a spell or no?
He's not in the disengaged
Yeah, I don't think you
area, right?
Yeah, so you can't disengage.
He's not within 5 feet of the guy.
Yeah, you're not close enough to the guy to disengage from him. You could run about halfway and cast a spell if you wanted to. You can get about halfway to the bandit running and be in range to cast a spell. Or
Okay,
or you could run. You could basically run a bonus, and you could dash, and you'd be at the guy, but then you'd be out of movements.
well, hold on. Just let me check on the, particulars of the spell I'm thinking about casting.
Yep.
Okay. So is he 90 feet away from me, the guy who's running into the cave or less?
Yeah, he's about 80 feet away right now.
Oh, wrong one. There it is. Okay. Is the guy 60 feet away from me or less?
He's about 70 feet from you right now on a straight line, but there's some trees howling, so you'd have to move up a little bit to the right before you could cast anything.
You're muted.
Yeah, you're muted, my friend.
Fuck. So he is about 70 feet from you, but there's some trees sort of kind of in the way. You'd have to sort of move up about 20 feet to get a good angle on him.
That's fine. I'll do that, and I'll just hit him with dissonant whispers.
Okay, so make an attack roll.
They have to make
Oh, they have to make a wisdom saving check. Okay.
My spell save DC is 14, and it's intelligence on them.
Okay. So So he has an 11.
Okay, so that's going to be 3d6s.
Do it.
Let's go.
Boy.
And he takes 14 damage. How you gonna do this, Gerald?
Well, basically, I'm just going to start whispering, and then basically you see the guy at the entrance of the cave just start basically screaming, and he's just clawing at his face, and then finally he can't take it no more and just slams his head in the wall.
And blood drips down the wall, and he falls over dead. So you guys caught the one running. You have 2 there, and Nala, it's your. Anything else, Gerald? Was that it? That's your action, and
Yeah.
Anything else? Perfect. Okay, Nala, you're up.
All right, I'm going to try and attack this guy in front of me. 11 to hit.
11 to the one that's right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that is 11 misses. So he's sort of fidgety and sketchy.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Yeah. So he's sort of fidgeting and sketching. He's sort of just all bouncing all over the place. You make a swing at him, and you're kind of off balance. And you just don't connect. It just whistles kind of through the air. Anything else?
I just tilt my head back and scream.
All right. Mare, you are up.
I'm gonna slide on over there.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do my combo attack. Get that quarterstaff in. And it's not gonna hit. It only was an 8.
Yeah, you miss.
But we're gonna do that unarmed strike.
That's a hit.
20.
Nice.
Roll damage.
You're very good at punching people.
I am. My fists of fury. Let's go. 7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so this guy's kind of jittery. He's all over the place. He looks kind of not right in the head, and you take your two-handed swing at him. It's a big open swing, and he just sort of ducks underneath it. And as he's ducking underneath it, you sort of elbow him sort of right in the side of the leg, and you do 7 damage to him.
Awesome.
He looks pretty hurt. It looks like you gave him like the worst Charlie horse imaginable. And he's just sort of sitting there like, fuck. All right.
Maybe he'll settle down a little bit now.
Buck's on you.
All right, I'm gonna finish this guy off.
Let's
Hopefully.
I believe.
There we go.
How you doing this?
So that sigil's gonna glow again. Having recovered my footing, I'm gonna nail this guy right in the chest and break his sternum. And for a second, he thinks he's okay, and then he goes to reach to hit me, and then the thunderous energy around him just blows up.
And he just falls over.
Mm-hmm.
Eyes kind of sparkling. Dead as a doorknob. And 7. Have you figured out your stuff?
Yes. Do I sound clear to you guys?
Yes,
Yeah.
you're all good now.
You're good now.
Okay. I would like to form an ice javelin in my right hand and jab this bandit in the.
Do it.
Do it up.
$17 to hit.
Hits. Roll damage.
Only 4 piercing.
So you hit him, you sort of ice javelin him, and he's pretty nimble. You sort of glance him on the side, and it gets pretty good in the side, but he's hurt, but he's okay still.
That ends my turn.
Nothing else. Perfect. So at that point, this guy is going to look at you and just scream, and he's going to make a lunge at you. And he does a 15 hit you. Yes, it does. Okay. So he hits, and he's going to roll damage. And you hit him in the shoulder, and in the side, and he kind of goes, ugh, and he turns around and he sort of swings his sort of sword right at you and sort of catches you in sort of a joint between your plates and the sort of wood core underneath, or the liquid core, and just slashes through, and you sort of start leaking a bit of internal fluids, and you take 5 slashing damage. And that's it for their turn. We're back up to the top with
Hello?
Hey.
Hey.
With Gerald. Gerald, you're up. So 1 bandit left. The one by the cave you shot down. The other one you watch as Buckholz smashes in the chest with his hammer. Looking over to Seven and Saren, the Seven goes and jabs an icy lance into the side of this bandit, and he turns around and sort of slashes at Seven, and Seven takes some damage and looks kind of hurt. Now it's your turn.
All right, so If I
They are
decided
behind
my
you. So
normal-
you ran up ahead of everybody, and now they're behind you now.
I took damage.
7? Yeah, I already adjusted your character. He hit you for 5 slashing.
Okay,
okay.
so is he in my normal, range of movement to
Yeah.
where I can just attack him?
He's
And if
20.
I do attack him, is that advantage because he's distracted on 7?
You can flank him from behind and get and roll with advantage. Yes, you're directly behind 7.
All right, I can roll with that.
Yeah. So go ahead and make an
Yeah,
attack
get it.
roll with advantage.
All right.
Okay. 21 hits. Roll damage.
So,
7 damage. So you jump behind him and you take your spear and you just sort of jam it into his left thigh. And he just sort of staggers and he's really fucked up. And he's just screaming and wailing. And he looks really fucking hurt. Anything else?
I mean, that's the thing. I don't think I can do anything aside of movement and an action. And I really have nothing as a bonus, so.
Okay, that's cool. I just double check, so that's fine. So we're Nala. It's your turn.
Alright, I'm enraged that I didn't hit this guy. Oh no, this is a different guy.
No, this is another one. The one that you were enraged at didn't. He fell over.
Well, I'm still enraged at him, so I'm gonna try and hit him too.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Roll a 19 and 13 damage. How you doing it now?
Kind of the same way as the dog, just a big maul right through the top of his skull.
All right, so you dash over, making 2 sort of long strides, and as you're moving, your sword sort of just swings down and just slices this guy sort of in the side of the neck and goes partially into his chest, and blood splurts upwards, and he just gags twice and falls over dead. And that is there, and you guys are out of initiative.
Excellent.
Who was it that cast the dissonant whispers?
That'd be me.
Sorry, who was it?
Gerald.
Gerald. I'm gonna look at him in horror. Just say, "What the fuck was that?
What was what?
What did you do to that man?"
Are you not familiar with that spell, sir?
No.
So, I have to ask out a question. Who is this talking to me, character-wise?
It's Buckholz, the cleric, priest. What are you?
The dwarf.
Wizard.
Dwarf wizard. There you go. I don't know why I think you're a cleric. Dwarf wizard Buckholz.
It just makes more sense.
Well, I mean, is it really that important? It got the job done, and the man's dead, and he didn't inform the rest of I don't know how many people in that cave that we are coming.
Oh, I've had enough.
We probably should get moving.
My raccoon see anything?
Doesn't see anything right away. It's just sort of a dark cave. It goes down quite a ways, but nobody immediate.
All right.
Before we go, is there anything on the body in front of me that I can take as like a trophy?
So you wanna search the area?
Just the bodies.
The bodies of the three. Okay, roll an investigation check. Is anybody helping? Is anybody looking as well?
I would like to
Yeah, sure.
look too.
Okay,
Is
so
that 3 separate rolls or just one roll in total?
one roll with advantage. So roll a second time now.
And
Okay.
I would like
Not
to
much better.
look to-
Okay, so what we do is when we have groups of everybody looking, one person rolls. If everyone's helping, you just roll with advantage. Just keeps the rolling down. It makes it easier. Because if not, like one person will fail, the next one will keep rolling until somebody succeeds. So, okay, so we're gonna say you got your 10. So you're gonna find these guys have some money on them. again, they have a couple crude weapons. That's pretty much, and a couple, let's say 2 bottles of booze that are around there, and that's what you can see.
I'll take the booze and leave the money.
Okay. So
I couldn't find anything right now. Someone pointed it out to me.
No, so as a group, you guys, this is what you discover. So there's a pouch of gold, this pouch containing about 30 silver that you guys can split up amongst yourselves, and 2 bottles of booze, which you see Nala grab and sort of throw into her backpack. So Nala, you can add yourself 2 bottles of cheap
So there's six.
beer.
There's 6 of us.
Yeah. So you
Buckles
guys,
is gonna start going up towards the mouth of that cave.
5 silver
Yeah, I'm
each,
following.
everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Following
guys
as
get to the cave mouth. Okay. And you get inside and you kind of see, I couldn't get the cave working because I didn't want you guys to see everything, and I didn't figure out how to do all the lighting, so it just fucking works. So you're going to have to just listen to me for the cave. I'm sorry in advance. But you get into the cave, and the cave sort of progresses down a far ways. This is, it looks like a natural cave at first, and then you start to notice that it's been sort of supported and chiseled out and sort of man-made, dug, and extended, sort of like a mine shaft. It's pretty dark. There is a torch at the entrance, and it just kind of starts to get dark as it goes down. You still have your torch, right, Gerald? You were
Yeah,
saying you were
I
attacking
found
with
my
your torch?
lantern.
Yeah, you got your lantern. So you guys can see lantern is like 60 feet, right? Of
I have
soft
a
light.
lantern. It's hooded, so I can dim it if I need to.
Okay, so
I have dark vision.
okay, so Saren, what are the marching order? How are you guys going in? Is Saren going first? Dark vision.
Got dark vision.
Okay, are you going first?
Sure.
I'll go second. Buckholz.
I'll do third.
Okay.
Be close to the light.
I'm going in last.
Yeah, so 7's in the back. Saren's first. Who was second, sorry?
Buckholz.
Buckholz. All right, and then Nala, this. Gerald, you're sort of near the end, and then we have 7 trailing behind, and Macha's sort of behind you guys.
I think Murray wanted to be third.
Maria want to be third?
Yeah, we can just switch.
There, you guys are like this.
How wide is this cave we're in?
You know, I would say it's about 8 feet high right now, and I would say maybe the width of like 2 or 3 people wide right now. Supported by sort of wood. What you can see is it's been sort of carved out a little bit. Not well done. It's still dirt and rock and stuff. And wood supported every sort of 20, 30 feet as you get deeper.
So we don't exactly have to go single file.
No, it's you guys have enough room to sort of move and move around. It's not a tiny hole by any means. It's definitely been hollowed out by somebody to
Also, I'm gonna grab one of the torches off the wall or whatever, just so I have one as well.
Okay. So you go down this corridor, I would say a good, let's say 50, 60 feet. It starts to get a little bit damp and mildewy. And the end of this little sort of walkway that you guys have been going down that's been man-made sort of ends, and you see a break in the rock, and you see the cave opens up to a pretty vast, wide open cave. And sort of it's pretty wide. You can see some dim lights off to sort of the south, and some dim lights off into the southeast. And it looks like some piles of something you can't really tell, sort of directly to the west of you.
Which way do we come in?
You're heading south. You came in from the north. So you're heading southwise into this thing. The cave opens up south of you. So due south, there are some lights sort of in a distance. I'd say a good 300 to 400 feet in. It's a pretty big cave. I'd say about 400 or 500 feet. Again, let's say 200 feet to the west of you is that sort of pile of stuff. And then you have some more lights a little bit farther off to the south east.
I want to go look at the stuff.
Yeah,
Same here.
So you head off to the west and you move. I assume you guys are moving stealthily, right?
Yeah.
sure.
You don't have to be. You just need to let me know.
I mean, we're certainly not making a ruckus as we're going around.
We are carrying a torch, though.
Yeah, I mean, we're not trying to be the super stealthiest people, but like, I don't think we're like. Yeah.
Okay. So don't worry about my rolls. I won't tell you what they mean. Sometimes I'll just roll for fun. You see,
You'll just roll to scare us.
yeah. See, I can do a GM. Okay, I figured out how to roll myself, so you won't see any more random rolls again. What you see is sort of piles of refuge, sort of the cave, it's sort of near the edge of the cave, and you sort of see there's like these piles of what seems it smells really bad. You can't really make out what it is clearly, but it has a sort of rampant smell of shit and rotting. What are you doing?
Oh, that just smells awful.
Yeah, it smells really bad. It's a little bit gag intensive.
Is it coming from the stuff?
Yeah, the pile of stuff definitely has a very clear, pungent odor.
What can we see in the stuff?
Make an investigation check.
Can I use my
Or sorry, make a perception check. Make a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I use my crowbar to poke at it? Because I don't actually want to touch it.
Yeah, you can use your crowbar to poke it and make a perception check. Investigation's fine. That's a 4. It looks like a pile of shit. You can't really tell. It's just gross. You don't really want to touch it. You're kind of poking it with your crowbar. It's sort of just gooey and
Jiggling.
It's not moving. It's just a bunch of crap, and you kind of poke it. You don't want to get too close. It just really smells bad. You start getting like gag reflexes as you move closer to it.
All right, I'll just back away then.
Okay.
I just pick up my special bar of soap and start smelling it.
So past the piles of stuff, the cave does continue that way, but there's no lights. It gets darker down that way, and you have again lights to the south and lights to the south east. What do you guys do?
Well,
Can I send the raccoon out to scout a little bit?
Mm-hmm. Which way is he going?
You said south. I'll go south.
Okay. So you send the raccoon south, and you can see. Do you have telepathic communication with your raccoon? How does it work? Like
up to 100 feet, I
does,
have
yeah.
telepathy, and I can also see with his senses
right. Okay.
and smell with him. Unfortunately,
So 100 feet away, the raccoon gets there. You can see a bunch of campfires, and raccoons have dark vision. Yes.
yeah.
And you can see sort of, I would say, a group of people sort of, I would say, drinking and bedding down for the night. That's what it looks to be from your point of view. They're still about 200 feet off from where you would lose your telepathic sort of communication.
Okay. I'm gonna relay this to the party and say, doesn't look like these ones have been warned.
Perfect. Should we just go directly to try and save our caravan, or should we take care of them before they come back out after us?
I think we should, just give them the nice permanent sleep.
Hmm.
We don't have to kill them. We're here for a reason. Maybe we should check the other path.
I do think we should. It would be best to just find them and leave, but we should also think about maybe a way to sabotage them coming after us as well.
Look, just think of this. Would they give us the courtesy if they were us? Probably
Well,
not.
we're not bandits, right?
I certainly don't see myself as a bandit.
No, most certainly not. I'm not a bandit. I'm just being honest.
Let's see if we can figure out what's down the next path. We know they're probably not down there. It looks like it's quarters. So let's see about the other paths.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull the same trick. Get Raccoon to check it out.
Yeah. Okay. So I just need to zoom out here. Okay. So the path continues, and about 100 and so feet down the road, it starts to curve off, sort of to the northeast. It gets darker. It's just pretty dark. It's just it starts to be narrow, like the path you came down. It's sort of man-crafted. About 3 to 4 people could fit through it easily. It sort of goes down and around to the sort of corner.
All right. I'm gonna. If there's no enemies down there, I'm gonna follow so I can keep within that 100 feet and just see if he can find an end to it.
Is everyone moving with Buck? Holtz?
Would you prefer us to, or
It's up to you.
What do you guys do?
I could watch somebody watch my back.
I'll watch your back for sure.
All right.
Who's, the most, stealthy out of us?
You guys don't really have it. Yeah, the monk, I would say. You guys don't really have any thieves or stealthy people with you, as far as you know.
The raccoon's the stealthiest. Yes.
I was gonna say it, but
He's our rogue.
He does have those little hands.
yeah, that's true. All right, so you guys progress further, and you make it around the corner, and you see a couple boxes. There seems to be some piled boxes up in a corner as the cave turns around. It's dark and it's hard to see.
Is it in just like a room?
Yeah, it sort of widens up into like a little room. There's no lock or gate or anything. Again, this is sort of a dugout cave, but it sort of widens a little bit, and there's just like 3 sort of boxes sort of sitting there, secluded off, tucked in the corner.
Is there an exit to this room?
No, it's sort of a dead end after you hit that box.
Poke one of the boxes with my hammer.
Okay, it's a solid wooden box. It seems well crafted. It's got a lock. There's 3 of them like that.
I'll crack it open.
All right, so you're gonna make what is it? Let's say a. So you're just gonna take a swing at it with your hammer.
No, I'm just gonna try to open it.
Can I hand him my crowbar?
I have a crowbar.
Oh, you
Okay,
fine.
so like, what are you gonna try to open? Oh, you're just gonna open it with your hands. Okay, got it. You can tell that the box is locked.
It's what?
It's locked. The 3 of them have locks on them.
All right. I'm gonna try and pry it off with a crowbar.
Okay. Make a strength check.
All right. Crowbars give me advantage on these.
Yeah,
So-
run with advantage. Yeah.
Sweet. 19.
Noise.
Okay, so the lock's not very strong, so you definitely pop it open, and so you pop open the one. It goes well. Are you gonna do the other 2 as well?
Might as well.
Yeah.
Well,
So
what's in it first?
okay, so you open it up and you see there's a bunch of papers. It's dark, but you can sort of make out that they're ledger books.
Is the writing similar to what was in the merchant's book?
Did you see the merchant's book?
I did.
Make a perception check.
Okay. Do, do, do. 9.
It's kind of dark. I mean, it does look kind of similar, but it's kind of hard for you to tell. It is writing, and you know, there are lists. It's a lists and numbers, but it's hard to tell if there's any similar patterns to the other one.
I'm gonna crack open the next crate.
Okay. So you make another strength check with advantage.
17.
All right, you crack it open. And inside of it, you find some money. So there's about, I'd say, 10 gold pieces and 30 silver and about 80 copper in there.
Sorry, 10 gold and 80 copper, and how much silver?
20 silver.
20 silver.
Sure. I don't know if I said the same thing, but that's what we're going with now.
I'll run with it. Cool. I'm gonna grab as much of that as I can.
Yeah.
And for now,
Yeah.
and crack the last one.
Okay, so you crack the last one. Make one last strength check.
There we go.
So you try to crack the last one, and it's kind of tough. This one seems to be a little bit more rugged than the other one, and you can't really get a good pry with your pry bar. Like you try with your pry bar, it just doesn't. This one doesn't have a real gap where you could insert the crowbar into easily.
I'm so tired.
And you're tired, like you've been cracking open these things. It's kind of hard, so it doesn't really open. But this one's a little bit smaller than the other one. It looks like the wood's a little bit finer, so it's portable. This one is, I'd say about, 7 inches by 7 inches by 3 inches.
I'll grab it then.
Okay.
There's nothing else in here.
No, it's just those. There were just those 3 boxes sort of piled off in a corner, sort of by
Guess we're gonna have to go
themselves.
through the bandits then.
Were there were some to the. There were like 4 tunnels, right?
So okay, so if we go back, let's say we're standing at the piles of unidentified stuff.
Goop,
Okay,
yeah.
there are what you saw was a bunch of sleeping guys sort of to the south of you. But if you were to not go south, there is more torchlight off in the distance, sort of due east of there, and it looks like the cave continues down that way.
Oh,
Okay. Then maybe we should head east.
agreed.
Sure.
All right.
Okay, so you sort of go back the way you came, around the sort of corner. The refuge still just fucking reeks. You sort of walk past it, and you sort of head off to this other sort of torchlight.
Wait a
And
minute. You said it looked pretty much like shit, right?
yeah, it looks like a bunch of garbage and shit. It smells like shit. A bunch of random garbage and waste.
How high is the ceiling in this place?
About 8 feet, 8 or 9
okay,
feet.
never mind.
At this point, it's sort of like right where the cave opens up and it's got a good sort of high sort of ceiling, but this pile of refuge is sort of where they made another hole and they sort of dug in to make this other man-made path to the north. So it's right where it gets low, and then it opens up after this pile of refuge into the larger cave.
Gotcha.
Anything else? Gonna keep going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We lost 7. Is 7 still around?
I don't know. He left both the call and roll 20.
Okay. Well, that's classy. I love online games. Anyways, so let's keep going. We're going to assume that 7 and Macha are now walking in the back, being useless. And we will readjust should we need to. So you guys sort of head into this sort of opening, and you can see as you get closer to these other lights that are off to the east, it starts to look a little bit more man-made, more chiseled out again, wider though. And now there's torches, and you're starting to see. You can see something off, sort of in the distance. It kind of looks like there's some tables and some stuff along the walls, and there might be. Looks like you can start to make out some people. So what do you do?
Are they like sitting at the table?
They're far enough right now that Saren can make out that they're sort of sitting around the table. Yeah. But you can't really see clearly because, again, you're not too close yet.
They have lights on in there, huh?
Yeah, they do have lights on in there.
All right, I'm gonna send the raccoon in again, who I've just decided to name Rogue. I'm gonna send Rogue in, and he's gonna get a quick count for me.
Okay, so you see about 3 people sitting at the table, and hold on. You can see about 3 to 4 people sitting at the table. It's kind of can't really get too close without being seen. It's kind of starts to get a lot much brighter in there. It's more well lit in there, so you can see 3 or 4 people at the table, and that's what you can kind of make out.
Do we have any way to put them all down at once? Nice and quiet.
Just handle them all. Won't be quiet.
Taken by storm. That's all I got.
So we're all gonna rush.
What are you guys doing?
That's our best bet.
All right. I'm gonna take a dagger out of my pocket, and I'm gonna hold it up. It's gonna hover in my hand for a sec, and I cast catapult, and I shoot it at the nearest one.
Okay. What's the range on that?
I think it's 90 feet.
Okay, so you guys are going to get close enough to be 90 feet from them?
Yep. Can I see it's a well-lit room?
It is a well-lit room, yes.
So it's an object within 60 feet flies 100 and something. What does it say? Oh, flies 90 feet, yeah.
Okay.
So once I'm in range, I'm going to throw it in the air and then just catapult it straight down.
Yeah, I'm just putting my lantern away and just holding my spear ready with both hands.
Yeah, my torch has been stifled and put away.
Okay. So we have Marbuck. Saren is sort of in the front-ish. Gerald is here. And we have Nala. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to 5. Okay, we have Nala, who's here. So you're about 1, 2. So you're gonna move up to about here. I don't know how to check range on this thing, but
well, I can throw the dagger like 60 feet, and then I can catapult it 60 feet more, so I don't have to be super close.
okay. So I just wanted to see distance.
70 feet to the nearest guy.
Thanks, Dan. Okay, so you could be here and you could get them.
100 feet from there. 90 feet perfectly from there.
Perfect. So go ahead and make an attack roll.
It's actually a dex save.
Oh, is that a dex save?
Since they're sitting at a table, do they have disadvantage maybe?
This guy's not facing you, so dex, yeah, disadvantage.
Sweet.
Okay. So bear with me 1 second. Let me just prep combat here. Prep this guy. Okay. So, Dex saving throw.
DC 13.
So, rolls a 16. So,
Is that
You-
with disadvantage, though?
no, I get to roll again.
Oh.
Ooh.
Haha.
It rolls a 12.
Sweet.
And that is
That was 8 points of, I assume, piercing damage.
correct. So you throw I like these little lines here. That's cool. So basically, you throw this dagger, and it skips through the room and just impales in the back of the guy's spine,
Good.
Ouch.
and he just slumps to the table. And the other people at the table are just kind of looking around, going, "What?"
I don't know if you know, but we can see their health points.
Yes, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm putting them in the thing.
Okay.
It's less of a surprise, but that's fine. Well, whatever. It's fine. And let's roll initiative.
Okay.
God
I
damn it.
rolled it, but then I clicked my token, but it didn't accept it.
There are currently any tokens on this page that can take a turn. What?
Woot.
Okay, I can manually add people. Like, fuck
Okay.
it. So just roll your initiative, and then I'll add people.
I did the things.
Okay, so Buck rolled a 6. Saren rolled a 16. Nala rolled a
Actually, me and Nala got to re-roll.
4. You just rolled dex rolls off.
Yeah, you have the higher dex. Nala has the lower dex.
Okay, so Mare rolled a 4, and Sparkplug rolled a Sparkplug. Oh, I put Sparkplug in instead of you. Hold on. Add turn. Perfect. Oh my god, I suck at this. Let's try this again. So, Mary, you rolled a 19, right?
Yep.
I have to hit enter or it doesn't save the shit. Buck rolled a 6. Saren rolled a 16. Nala rolled a 4. And Gerald rolled a 4 as well. And Gerald can go first. All right. That's weird. Okay. So first up, the dog at their feet just starts running at you and uses his extra action How did you guys do the arrow? I really like that arrow. Is
Oh,
this?
so it's in the top left-hand corner. So the circle is actually the ruler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's gonna dash and move here. Perfect. Okay, so the dog dashes at you. This guy gets up and starts running as well at you guys and starts to scream. Okay, and then we have Mary. What are you doing?
Let me have a look here. Get my ruler out. 40. Like 5 short of getting to that dog.
What's your movement?
I don't have any.
What's your movement? Just. 35. You could move here. And you can move there, Jess, and attack from like the diagonal attack.
I'm sorry, I think I DC'd.
Are you here?
I'm here. Did it throw my nat 20 or did I lose it?
Yeah, 26, nat 20, yeah. So you were here and you attack and you nat 20. Roll damage.
9 to the dog.
Well, no, that's a crit though, right? So.
I think it did it. Yeah, it rolled 2.
Okay, cool.
And I was back there by Buckholtz. I was throwing a dart.
Oh, you were throwing a dart. That's why I was wondering. Okay. So you dart the dog and just falls over dead. Done. Right in the throat.
Between the eyes.
Right between the eyes, yeah. Perfect. And the thing just falls over.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Anything else? No, that's it.
That's that's it.
19. Okay, then we have 17. So this guy is going here. So he is going to run at you as well. And we'll also dash. And we'll get about here. And then we have Saren. What are you doing, Saren?
Just chill touch.
Okay. That's a 16 to hit. Perfect, that hits.
Ooh.
All right. And you chill touch. Shoots out. Ice shoots out from your hand and splashes this guy sort of right in the side of the jaw and just smacks him across the face, and he starts to scream. And now it is okay. So then we have Nala's for dead jailer. This guy here. So you see coming down through the hallway, another guy start running at you guys too. And then another one is with him. So 2 more guys come around the corner, start running at you. Okay. And that is their turns. So it is the guy at the table's turn. He also runs up and will look at the guy that was injured, and he's going to mumble some words under his breath. And not that. Hold on a second. He's going to cast Healing Touch on...
Was that guy injured by chill touch?
Yes.
Is that the necromancy one?
Yeah.
Oh, is it a necromancy one?
I believe anyone that's touched by chill touch can't receive healing until their next turn.
That is true.
Well, he casts it, and it fizzles. It does nothing.
Ha ha ha.
Suck it.
I need to read my spells better. Get used to your guys' spells. Okay, so he does nothing. And then we are at Nala has the lower deck, so it is Gerald is up. So Gerald, there are 3 guys sort of running. Yep.
I think I'm ahead of them.
Are you?
I'm a 6 and they're 4.
Oh, you are 6. So you're first, Buck. What are you doing, buddy?
I got stubby little legs. I can't reach any of these guys.
The halfling kills you.
Yep.
We could throw you.
I'm so tempted to say it, but I'm not gonna say it. All right, I'm just gonna get up as close as I can, and it's which one is it? Is it this guy that's injured?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna turn my hammer towards him and shoot out a firebolt.
All right.
17 to hit.
That hits.
7 fire damage.
All right. He falls over dead. He just catches on fire, starts to scream and scream and scream, and then sort of slowly drops to his knees and falls over dead. Buck, what are you doing?
I think that's all I can do.
Is that all? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Gerald, you're up, my friend.
Okay.
You have one guy sort of that's running towards... oh my god, Gerald can do movement stuff? Do you see the map, Gerald? Okay. Yeah.
No, I can't see the map.
I'm just checking how close he is.
You're about 40 feet away from one guy, and there's another guy about 60 feet off. And sort of down the hall, you're seeing 2 other guys running at you as well. They're still about 100, 150, 125 feet away. But the closest one is about 40 feet away from you.
Well, closest one is 40. Just debating if I should just wait. Just debating if I should just wait there. Well, move and wait, or cast another spell, but I only have 3 spell slots. I already used 1.
It is up to you, my friend.
What about your cantrip?
Yeah, my cantrips can't do anything offensively.
Fair enough.
Bard, the thing that sucks, we have less cantrips than any other class. Wait, there's one thing I can do. Is there a... This might be a little messed up. Is there a torch near me? On the wall?
There is a torch sort of behind you. I would say a good 50 feet behind you. Another torch sort of in front of you to the left, a good 60 feet, and another one off to the right, about, let's say, 100 feet off to the rest, close to where those 2 guys are running at.
Damn, not in arm's reach.
Nothing close. Like, you have your lantern, and that's about it.
No, I don't want to do that, but I'm just gonna move. Basically, do a basic movement to the guy who's closest to me, and just kind of be at the ready.
Okay. You can.
Ranged weapon.
You could use your action to dash at him and be right in his face if you wanted to as well. It's up to
You
you.
can also ready a reaction, right?
You could ready a reaction. You could defend or something.
Yeah, I'll just ready reaction to defend.
Okay. Cool. Nala, on you.
Alright, I'm gonna run here.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm running, I'm gonna throw a javelin at this guy here. The one in front of me.
Okay. Go ahead and make a roll.
The one in front of me.
The one in front of you.
Duck.
I don't need a duck.
He's tiny.
It's twice my size.
You were always ducking.
He's a footrest.
13 to hit.
That is... What is that? Yeah, that hits.
Wait, for 9 damage.
Okay. So you sort of, as you're running, you throw your javelin and you catch this guy in the leg and he looks pretty hurt. It just sort of goes and he sort of staggers a little bit and curses at you. It catches him, sort of goes through and sort of grabs it and breaks as it goes. Doesn't necessarily break, but he breaks it off and sort of goes. All right, and that brings us to the top of the order. So that is the guy that you just threw the javelin at is going to run at the first guy in front of him and make an attack on Buck. Does a 19 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay. So he runs at you and whips out this whip and just smacks it. And it curls around your neck and just sort of slices down your sort of upper shoulder. And he
As it wraps around my neck, there's a little flash of blue-green light that just kind of creates a little, like a quarter-inch barrier from the neck, and then it shatters.
Yeah. And he pulls the whip back and sort of looks confused. And
How much damage did he actually deal to me?
4 damage. Did you see that? That was 4. The 4.
I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it does 4 damage to you. Okay.
Y'all still here?
Yeah. So I'm just doing the stuff.
I'm just making sure because once I disconnect once, it could happen again.
That's fine. We don't know what's going on with other people. Maybe there's some weird stuff going on. But I will send you a message if I don't hear from you. So it is now your turn.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna move all the way over here.
Mm-hmm.
And I will not stand for this action. I hit with my edit attack.
That hits.
21 to hit.
Yep.
And 5 bludgeoning damage.
Perfect. How you gonna do this?
I go right for the ribs.
All right. Well, he's already sort of hurt, and you sort of punch him in the ribs, and you hear a crack, and you hit him right in the sort of solar plexus, and the solar plexus cracks and goes straight through his heart, and he just drops over dead. And then these guys start running up to you here. That guy sort of runs up and is he doing anything? No, so he's just gonna keep running at you guys for now. And then we have everyone else is slow. Oh, Saren, it's on you. What are you doing, buddy?
Move up
You're gonna move up? Yeah.
here.
Yeah. rolls a 6. That is a miss. Eldritch Blast flies as you're running, sort of. Myra's kind of in your way. You don't get a clear shot, and you sort of just flies sort of between the Alakite and the other jailer that's there. Okay. Any other actions? Are you done?
That's it.
All right. That's cool. So then we're going to 16. This guy. This guy is going to run up to, and he's going to dash right at Gerald. He doesn't attack. He just makes it to you and stops.
Okay.
It is now Buckhold's turn. Sorry, it's the Alakite's turn first. So this guy looks around and he's like, what the fuck? These guys just show up, start shooting shit. So he sorry. He's going to cast Blessed on the 2 other remaining jailers there. And bless them. And then it's Buckle's turn. So you see this sort of like holy sort of, but like darkish black sort of holy thing sort of shoot out from him and sort of envelop these guys with this sort of
unholy,
mist.
as it were.
Yeah.
All right. Which one is it? Is it this guy up top?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think I can reach him. Oh, I can. All right, I'm gonna charge it in with my stubby wee legs. I'm gonna open up my satchel, and the raccoon is gonna jump out at his face and try and give me the help action,
Yeah.
so I can get advantage on this.
Sure, go ahead. Make an advantage roll.
And I'm gonna smack him with my glowing warhammer. But I'm gonna roll that 1 second with advantage.
Yeah, roll that with advantage.
There we go. There we go.
Okay. Nat 20.
All right.
And you did. Sorry. Okay, roll. You want to roll damage, or do you want to re-roll?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll damage.
I mean, you rolled that 7, and if you get like a 1 in the first place, you already killed him, right? He's down, isn't he? Oh,
So
Yeah. So
13.
you're just gonna destroy this guy. You're murdering him. So how you doing?
That's right. Same as before. I'm gonna bring the hammer down, and I'm gonna smack it down, and it just erupts with this thunderous energy. Sends little vibrations throughout the room, and he's gone.
damn.
Awesome. So he falls over dead. All right. So it is Gerald's turn. So Gerald, there's a guy right in your face looking like he's about to ready to attack, and there's another guy running up behind him.
Well, I think it's about time I hit him with my pokey stick. Oh, sorry. I forgot to turn off advantage, but does a 15 hit?
15 does hit, yes.
Okay. It's 1d8. 4.
And you're going to do 7 damage to him?
So
Sorry,
11 damage.
11 damage. I'm going to get my sheet up. 11 damage, so you smack him in the face. Oh, are you kidding me? All right. And you just shatter his skull. And he sort of looks around, and these guys realize maybe they should run away. This one guy looks around at you guys and just really wants to run, but it's not his turn. So it goes to Nala.
Nella's AFK for. Oh, here she comes. 10 seconds.
That's fine.
You're up. One left. Can you get to him? Nope.
No.
Javelin it is.
Do it up.
E.
22 to hit. Yeah, you hit. Go ahead and roll damage. All right. So you throw another javelin at him. This one impales him right in the stomach, and he looks pretty hurt, but he's not dead yet. And we're back up to the top. So, Mary, your turn.
I'm gonna.
Punch from the death.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take care of this shit.
Do it.
Gonna start out combo attack with the quarterstaff strike. 19 to hit.
Hits.
And let's see, 10 bludgeoning damage.
So you run up to him, and the javelin's still impaled on him. You smack your quarterstaff right on the javelin, and it just bursts out through the back of him, and he falls over dead.
Fuck yeah.
And you guys are out of initiative.
Of course, loot the bodies.
Okay.
Yep, loot the dead.
Let's do it. Do an advantage, an investigation check with advantage.
Advantage?
Yep.
Alright, let's get the investigation going.
Okay. So you find some gold. Nothing really of value. You pick up about there's 2 gold scattered throughout the corpses.
Okay.
As you're looking around, you notice there's some like sort of dead bodies, sort of just laid into caskets along the edge of the cave. Very odd. And at the end of the cave, there's a Y at the end of the cave that goes off in 2 separate directions.
Okay, do any of them have a ranged weapon of any type?
No, they have whips, and one of them has a club.
Yeah, none of that does it for me.
Can I recover my dart that I used?
Yes.
Perfect.
My dagger.
Yeah, and
Javelin.
you can recover one javelin. The other one, the guy broke it off his leg.
All right.
Alright, I guess we press forward.
Okay. So, as you get to the Y, you notice
the caskets. Are they open?
Yeah, they're open. You just see there are some what look to be mutilated corpses in the caskets.
Are they just like simple wooden ones? The caskets?
Yeah, they're like simple wooden ones that they would have thrown they would have put the body in, sort of like up against the wall off to the side. Nothing you can notice particular about them other than the fact that they look like they were no sort of like stab wounds per se. They were just looked like they were beat to a pulp and then just sort of
Does their
killed.
clothing maybe indicate were they bandits? Were they?
They're all strapped down, sort of naked, and they look like they've been there for about, I would say, maybe a week or so. You can't really tell, but they're not fresh corpses. They're kind of sort of almost pussing and bulging at this point a little bit.
And as a dwarf, I'm looking around at this cavern. Where does it look natural?
No, this looks man-made at this point. This is definitely looks like it was hollowed out. And it doesn't look very recent, actually. This part of the cavern, unlike the rest of the cavern, which looked kind of more modern, looks much more ancient. and yeah,
The bit we're in looks ancient.
yeah, looks a lot older. I would say this looks sort of date back to, I would say, a good 100, 200 years, if not
So,
more.
I've got a dwarven thing just
Mhm.
for this. Can I get a sense of who may have made a place like this?
Yeah, roll a let's roll a let's,
So, like, I have a thing on history checks for stonework.
yeah. So
Yeah,
roll a history check.
You get advantage on
It's
history with the
double
stonework.
proficiency.
What's that?
Double?
Double proficiency for these.
Yeah.
So 19.
Perfect. So, yeah, you definitely can tell that this looks to have been earlier work from Dwarven origins. Although it looks like it was abandoned a long time ago, it doesn't look like it was recent. But you can definitely tell it was dwarf origin.
Being a mason myself, does it look like it's very well done?
It looked like it could have been well done at a certain time. Times haven't been kind to it. Lots of looks like water and cracks have eroded some of the heavy work. Some of the the pillars are sort of cracked and broken. Maybe like an earthquake or something did some damage to it, or something else. You're not quite sure, but it was probably decent work. Very like of a higher quality back in the day.
I just kind of look at it scornfully and scoff. Amateurs.
Okay. So, what are you guys doing? You're heading down the cave. There's sort of a Y section at the end.
Okay, is it dark where we're entering in at?
It's still pretty well lit at this point. All of the man-made section looks to continue on, and they look to have been maintaining it by keeping the torches lit and those kind of things. So there's definitely more torches down the road.
So I don't need to recover my torch. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So we follow the lit path.
I agree.
Are they both lit?
One is lit. The other one's sort of dark and looks much more
Okay.
recent, like a cutout, if you will, like the other ones you saw. And the other one is more man-made and wide, and again part of that dwarven architecture that you've noticed.
All right. Yeah. Then let's follow the lit one.
Okay. You head down the light path, and it opens. It goes and it curves around, and you're walking, and you feel like you're going deeper. You're sort of circling down into the ground as you follow this path, and you get to the sort of end of the path, and you can see from a distance another opening into what looks like a carved room of sorts. And there are cloaked figures all standing around a table chanting.
Are they speaking any kind of language?
What languages do you speak?
Common, Dwarvish, and Giant.
Okay. You don't understand them. Does anybody else speak? What languages does the party speak? Just so I know. I forgot. I haven't looked.
Okay,
Halfling, and that's it.
I can speak Elven, Giant, and Common and Giant.
I speak
Elven, Giant, and
Hagrid,
Common.
Nah.
and I have Primordial on top of that.
Okay. Saren, do you speak demonic?
I got Infernal and Undercommon.
Hold on a second. Okay, perfect. So, yeah, so Saren can understand some kind of ritual chanting in Infernal.
Jesus.
And they seem to be chanting, "He comes, come, come." And there's
What are they chanting? Is there like an altar there, or
there's
sacrifice?
you're kind of far away. There does seem to be some kind of altar there
I
with.
mean, either way, we have to put a stop to it, don't we?
I stride in.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm following right behind.
running
Stop
in.
that madness!
So, sorry, this is not what we're doing. Okay, so you guys run in and Buckholz runs into the front. Stop that madness. We've got Gerald. We've got Nala, Mara, and who else am I missing? Sarah. Does that sort of look like what you guys would sort of be coming in as?
Yeah, that looks right from Murray.
Okay, so you're sort of like in a U formation. So around this sort of giant sort of altar in the middle are three or four. Did I say four before? I always forget.
I think you said 3.
That's what I said. We're going to stick with 3. 3 of these hooded figures.
Do they listen to...
Yeah, sorry, one second. I'm just rolling stats
Okay.
here.
Oh, okay.
Stuff.
You do your thing.
I have to do my setup here, which I will do in advance next time. And they're kind of focused. One of them turns around and he keeps chanting. And
Okay.
All right.
you see that their pace is trying to pick up.
I'm trying to get to the closest one.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I would hesitate. I think I'd be in there.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
was going to get 15 feet away from him, and then I just pretty much want to do Thunder Wave.
okay. So why don't we do this? Well, let's get into initiative right now. Hold on, let me just do this.
I think we're all eager to smash things.
I think I have been rewarded.
We can edit our own initiative. Just
Okay,
like
go
it.
ahead. Perfect. That would be super awesome for you guys.
Am I the one that doesn't have a picture?
Yes.
Can I see? Yeah, I can't put a number in,
That's okay.
but I critted on my initiative.
Yeah, you are 20. Perfect. So you're going to go first.
Okay, so
You are currently, I would say, about 50 feet away from the closest one. 45 feet.
okay, I just basically, because Thunder Wave does a cone like effect.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I just want to get. Oh, how far away are they from me again?
45 feet, the closest one. The farthest ones are about 60 feet. They're around a
So yeah, if I just move to 30, that should still be good.
Okay. So it'll be about 30 feet away from the closest one.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure it was a con save against Thunder Wave for being pushed, right?
Yep. So all three of them, does it, the range hit all three? 60. What's the range on that?
It's see, I think it's
Feet.
Thunder Wave.
15-foot cone. So I mean, odds are they'd be like on the end of the cone.
Does the cone start at you or at the NPC?
It starts at me.
So you're about 25 feet away still.
Oh, I thought you said 45 because my movement's 30.
Are you moving all your movement? You moved. Okay, no, that's fine. You can do that.
Yeah.
So you
basically,
now you're about 10 feet away from the closest one, and then the other one's about another 10 feet behind him. So you won't hit the other ones with that. if it's 15
I
feet
mean-
range.
Well, he just has to roll and see if he passes.
Yeah. Okay.
Con.
So let's do a con save
Doesn't
on this
spell DC.
guy. Constitution check. He rolls a 6.
Okay,
So
so
he
it's
fails.
2d8, and he gets pushed 10 feet back.
All right. So roll damage. Okay.
Now, does he
So-
fall on another guy, or
He will move 10 feet back. 1, 2. No, he doesn't fall on the other guy. He gets sort of knocked back. He's standing about 5 feet away from the other guy now. And he's taken 9 points of damage. So. Okay. And he looks pissed. He stops chanting as he's distracted. The other two continue. And it is now 17. So the other one in the back corner continues to chant. And the one right in front of you is going to look at you. And he is going to cast a spell.
okay?
Bear with me 1 second. I'm trying to do this. I'm not trying to do that.
So ignore those rolls.
Yeah, ignore those rolls. I misclicked on something. Okay, so he's going to cast. He's going to look at you and say, "Stop it!"
Hold
And you have
person.
You have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution.
Successful on a Wisdom saving throw, or paralyzed for the duration.
Okay, so wisdom.
Yeah, make a Wisdom saving throw.
Damn it. I had that off. Let me reroll
13.
Yeah.
Okay, 13.
I am probably stuck.
Remind me, Wisdom saving throw. I have to roll against you, right? Is that how?
If it's a saving throw against a spell, it's generally against your versus your spell save DC.
Right. Okay. That's what I thought. Okay. Sorry. I'm remembering now. Spell save.
So it's 8 plus their proficiency plus their spell casting modifier.
So, come on. Hold on. This is being nice to me. Spellcasting modifier. I hate this character sheet. Wisdom +1 +8, so it's 9 plus. What was it? Sorry, 8.
8 plus proficiency plus wisdom.
8 plus proficiency plus wisdom.
Well, the spellcaster's casting modifier.
Right. He gets +1 to spells. Plus that. So yeah, let's say 8, 9 plus. Let's say that fails. Yeah, I think it's a 13. I don't know. It doesn't show up. I'm missing key information here, guys. Key information is
Are you looking
failing.
at the same character sheet that we are?
Are you seeing the character sheet that I brought up?
No, I should-
I mean, like, are you looking at the same kind of thing that we have?
No, it's so. Here, I can just show it to you.
I don't see anything.
No, I don't. I'm trying not to. Oh, there it is. There's no okay, it's 0. So it's 8 plus 1, so it's 9. So it fails. I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's got no
So
spell.
I just looked at him and said, "No, you stop it."
Okay.
Just kind of sarcastically.
Okay. Sorry for failing. Saren, you're up. I don't like these character sheets. You make me mad.
Closer to where Gerald is.
Yeah, go ahead. Spell save DC 11 plus 3 to hit. So 14 technically. We're going to ignore that for now. You're safe, but I now found the missing information. Okay, and what are you doing, sir?
Chill touch.
Chill touch on which one? The one that was hit by the wave, or the two in the back?
The one, the furthest.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. 8. 13. Is that just is that a... It's an attack. It's attack. I see 13. 13 is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage, my friend. 6 damage. So you smash the guy in the back with a chill touch. It arcs through the air and sort of hits him in the side. He sort of squeezes a bit, but he keeps talking. And that's it for you, I think, right? So we move on to the last one. He continues. One you just hit continues to chant. And then Mare, you are up first, I think, because you have higher dex than Buck, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Has Nala gone?
Has Nala gone? No, she hasn't. She's up. Sorry, Nala. I skipped you. Go ahead. Yeah, okay. I can move you. Just tell me where you want to move.
Just like 30 feet up.
Okay, so we're gonna go up like to here.
Yeah, there.
So you are.
Hit him with a javelin from there.
You're 35 feet. Yeah. So the range on javelins is 20.
Disadvantage, I think, though.
Disadvantage.
It's disadvantage, yeah, but you could do it.
I'll give it a try.
Do it.
Alright. To hit?
No, it's 13. 13 to hit, so it misses. So you throw the javelin at this. You're kind of far. It sort of lands past him. You sort of overshoot it and kind of go over it to the right of him.
And that makes me very angry, so I'm gonna go into a rage.
All right. All right. So now it is Myra's turn, and you sort of start to froth and grumble off the side.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, I guess. That's like 40 here, and then like 20 here. And then I'd be able to hit him, right?
Sure.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So I'm gonna use one of my key points to use a bonus action to dash.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna make my way over here. And I'm gonna fucking wail on him with a quarter staff strike. 13 to hit.
13 to hits, yeah.
6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So that one there. Just the third one here. So you dash up and you smack him across the face, and he is pissed. Kind of hits him in the shoulder and bounces it across his head, and he's mad, but he's still chanting with the other guy in the back. Buckles, it's your turn.
So I want to get a sense of what they're actually doing here. Are they like this red thing in the middle of them? Is that something?
It's sort of like it looks like it's like a table, and there is a sort of covered in blood, and they are sort of chanting over it as we speak. 2 of them now. One is knocked over and stopped.
Can I identify what they're trying to do?
You could use an action to try to figure it out, like look into it. Like you can see that they're just chanting and pointing.
No, I ain't got time for that. I'm just gonna.
In 6 seconds, you couldn't really you can look around, but you'd have to actually spend some time actually figuring it out.
I'm just gonna move in as much as I can. So 25 feet. Oops.
You can move in.
And yep, out there.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pull the hammer out and shoot another firebolt at the one the monk is attacking.
Okay.
So, 17 hit.
Yeah, 17's a hit.
Excellent. 7 points fire damage.
Very nice. So that one takes 7. Okay.
Actually, gonna
What's
move
up?
off to the left, not the right.
Yeah.
And I'm good.
Yeah, you can move to the left if you want. The table's about 1.5 feet high, so you guys could walk through the table. It wouldn't obscure your movement. Okay. Anything else, Buck? You're good?
I'm good.
Perfect. Okay, so we're back at the top of the order.
All right.
All right, so okay.
How many people are still there chanting?
2 people in the back are chanting. Okay. And the one that you knocked over is off sort of. So basically, if you look at straight ahead of you is the one you knocked over, and behind him is one guy chanting, and off to your right is another one chanting. There's 3 guys in total right now.
Okay, how far away are the 2 other guys away from me, the ones that are chanting?
The one is about. There's one about 35 feet straight ahead of you, and another one sort of 35 feet on a diagonal from you. And the one that you knocked over is about 25 feet ahead of you.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to get them to stop chanting.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm pretty sure if at least one of them is still chanting, they're going to fucking bring something here that we're not going to want to deal with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do Dissident Whispers to, I guess the one that Macha and Buckles aren't attacking.
Okay.
Intelligence saving throw. They need to roll a 14 or higher. So you just want me to go ahead and roll that?
No, I have it here.
Okay.
So a 6. A 6.
Yep. So let me roll my damage.
Okay, and that is 15 damage. So
Okay.
That was the one that somebody attacked. Yeah, so that's that one. Okay, cool. Oh, that's the one you're attacking. Sorry, are you attacking the one next to the monk, or are you attacking the one?
I'm attacking the one that
Buck
I'm attacking the one that the monk
Oh, okay.
and Buckles aren't attacking.
Oh,
So that was
attacking.
aren't attacking.
I'm pretty sure that
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure the
Perfect.
2 of them are going to kill that guy.
Fair enough.
I'm just trying to break up this seance, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So you shoot over, it shoots in, and he just starts to spasm and scream, and he falls over dead.
Okay, and here's the thing. If he does fail, he has to use his reaction to run away from me.
Oh, he tries to run, and he just falls over flat dead.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, I can take that.
And now the one that's over here, so that's Buckles, that your turn's done? Okay. So now the one that's in front of in the front of the monk is going to do some stuff. Okay, so he is going to cast. He is going to cast spiritual weapon. And so he summons this blade out of thin air, and it goes to attack Mary, and rolls a 7. Does that hit you?
No.
Okay. And then the other one is also now stopped. So all of them are stopped chanting now. He is going to look at Buckle, who just knocked him over. And he's going to cast Inflict Wounds on you. Does an 11 hit?
Me? Buckles?
No, not Buckle. Sorry. Gerald. Gerald. Patrick.
So what did he roll on? An 11 or 2?
An 11. It's always the left one. All my NPCs roll with advantage in case they have advantage, but it's just
Okay, well, that doesn't hit.
Perfect. So he tries to cast Inflict Wounds on you, and then it doesn't work. You see him mumbling. He's not really focused. He's still on his ass and just doesn't say it right and stumbles on his thing and just fizzles. Okay? And now, Saren's turn.
I'm gonna move up to about where the altar is.
Mm-hmm.
Cast Eldritch Blast.
On which one?
The one fighting our monk.
All right. Seven misses. So he's dodging the monk. They're in combat. You can't get a clear shot off. You try to shoot something, and it just sort of fizzles.
And be like, okay, it was my turn.
Sorry. And okay, and then it is Nala's turn.
All right. Don't think I think I can get to this guy if I go over the table.
Yeah, go ahead. You're good.
Alright. Sweet. Yeah. And then I am going to reckless attack him.
Okay.
Wait.
What?
Your advantage on then?
Oh yeah.
Do it.
Oh.
Is that my that's really sad.
No, it didn't roll advantage.
Oh, it didn't.
So just
Roll it again. Yeah.
Let's do it again.
Oh, that time it worked with advantage.
All right.
So the 14. So 14 hits.
All right. Cool. And I think that's 12. No. How do I just roll the damage? I did.
Oh.
I think it's 12 though, right? Because that's that.
yeah, just go with that one.
Yeah, well, we can take your previous one rolled, right? 2d6 plus 5, is that what it is?
Up on the thing it says 12.
Oh, up before. Yeah, because you rolled it before. Yeah, that's fine. We'll take that damage. So you rage and you slash and you hurl at this guy and do 12 damage to him.
He's steaming, yeah.
And he gets pretty bernard. He looks like he's not having a great day, but he's still okay. We lost you. Okay. And then it is so now it's 16, and then we go to Mare.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Quarterstaff strike this bitch right in front of me, and fail. Only an 8.
So you go to strike him, and he's starting to kind of feel like he maybe knows what you're doing, so he has a good rhythm on you, and he's sort of dodging your attacks as you go. It doesn't really hit.
But he hasn't faced one of my punches yet, so let's try a punch here. Oh God!
What would be the odds?
You think he doesn't know what you're doing, but you go to do a punch, and he just slides under your punch and feeling okay.
Alright, well, I guess that's it for me.
Okay. On to our good friend, Mr. Buckholes.
All right, my stubby little legs, I can't quite get to him. But I'm gonna pull my firebolt out again. Instead of being like a thin jet of flame, I'm gonna widen it a little bit, go for the gut, see if I can knock him out with it.
Okay.
Oh. Do a point of damage.
So you do hit him, but
very non-lethal.
You're just kind of wailing around, trying not to hit Nala because she's sort of like really close to him, and you scorch him a little bit, but you don't really do much to him very much.
Rude. All right, that's me.
And then we are back at the top of the turn. So Mr. Gerald, you have in front of you is Buckhold is standing sort of straight ahead of you. Off to his right is Nala. They're fighting one of these masked figures. Saren is off to your right, sort of at the edge of the table, and over on the other side of that table is Mare fighting with the other masked one that's still up.
Well, I guess I'll just go and just try to stab the guy in front of me.
That Buckhold's right. Okay.
Yep, I Buckhold.
No, I'm kidding. Okay, so you can run up and you can attack. Yeah, make an attack roll.
Two-handed stab,
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Let's make sure this is on normal this time. There we go.
$17 hits.
Cool.
All right, so 11 damage. So you're slashing him with your spear. He's been dodging Nala. He's burnt to a crisp. He's distracted by Buckhold's fire as it flares up. It doesn't do much damage, but it sort of flared all around him. And he's staring up and he doesn't know what's going on. His eyes are kind of adjusting, puts his hand over his eyes, and you just walk up and you spear him right in the neck. And he just falls over.
Oh, no, wait.
Yeah.
I don't want him to fall over. I just want to kick him off my spear.
Okay. So you're trying to knock him over your spear? Knock him off of your spear. Okay, so you kick him off your spear at the end. And he falls over dead.
The theatrics on the bard,
Yeah. No, it's good. All right. So now the other cult fanatic goes, stop. And pulls back his mask and goes, I surrender. And you recognize him as the merchant from the wagon ride. He goes, please, stop. You don't understand.
What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, were we interrupting something? Jeez.
Listen, this is a sacred ritual. And as soon as he does that, he's going to cast something at you, trying to distract you.
Who's you?
At Mary, because that's who he was yelling at, because she was the one who was engaged with.
Nope and nope.
And as he turns around, you're totally prepared for this guy. Like, he doesn't even get anything off. And he starts to scream, and as he sees you guys, he starts to try to run for the door. So he's going to try to bolt down this way. You get an advantage. Yeah, you get an attack, opportunity attack on him if you'd like. 11 misses. So he sort of jumps over your staff as he goes and starts to sprint for the door. Sarah,
try to throw him beer. Oh.
You don't get an opportunity attack. You're not in range of him.
Oh, yeah,
so
still in combat. Okay.
Yeah, we're still in combat. So Saren, what are you doing?
Ahead of him? Well, I'm gonna try to run ahead of him.
Yeah, you can do that. Like down sort of here. Try to block him off. Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Charm Person.
Do you have any spell slots left?
I don't think I've used any.
Oh, that's right. I saw your slots remaining as 0. But Eldritch Blast is a cantrip, so that doesn't count. Never mind. So you do have 1 spell slot remaining. Sorry, I just fixed your character sheet. You're good. Yes. Charm Person, go ahead and make the... Alright. So, Wisdom saving throw, right? For him? Saving throws, Wisdom. He rolls a 5. This is why this isn't challenging for you guys, because everything I roll is either a 2 or a 5. So, okay, so you succeed. So you is charmed to the end of the turn. He now looks at you and he sort of looks up and goes, "Hello."
Hi. I walk over to him. Are we still in battle?
Not well. No, technically he's charmed for the duration for an hour, so combat ends at this point.
What were you planning to do here? If you don't mind telling me.
Well, I mean, you know how it is. We capture people, on the side of the road, and we've been collecting them for the master. It's what we do.
Interesting. Can you tell me more about the master?
We don't. I mean, we're friends, but we don't really talk about the master. Like, he's kind of a big deal, and I don't want to get in trouble.
Me and my friends here, we might be interested in helping
Helping
about him.
Well, I mean, we are good friends. I mean, yeah. I mean, we've been trying to prepare to build an army. We've been trying to figure out the way to summon creatures of the past to use as an advantage when we go to war.
Anything? For what reason do you want these creatures besides what?
The Keth. The Keth are too powerful. They are moving up every day. If we don't make a move soon, they're gonna destroy us. So, the only way we need more magic. We need more power. And, it's it's like the master said. We build something great, we'll be rewarded.
Have I ever heard of the Keth before?
Yes. So all of you are aware the Keth Empire is the empire to the west of the Greater Solarian Empire. You have not interacted with them from the dwarven perspective. They're on the other side of the mountain range from where the dwarves sort of live. And the towns are sort of in the southern area of their empire, so they have rare interaction with dwarven people. But they are the other big sort of faction, if you will, of this local area. Although they're really not very active. They don't cross borders. They sort of keep to themselves. People travel to them.
All right.
But listen. I can make some good coin. We have the rest of the people from the wagon. We can go and get them like the plan was. The master won't be mad. You'll help me, right? We can go get them and then we can succeed still.
Of course. Where are they?
Well, I don't know. They were with you. They're back at the camp. We only caught half of you. We don't know where the rest of you went. There was that bobblefish, that little fish person, all those wagon riders that went off in the wrong direction.
Can I just go up to Soren and just kind of whisper in his ear?
Mm-hmm.
So look, I think we've just about gotten all we can. Let's just, go ahead and just get this done with. Then go explain to the rest of the people what's going on. We can drag them if we need to for proof. And then just get this job done and just claim, the wagons, the ones that are no longer unclaimed.
Did this guy not just say that he only has half?
He said he has half, yes.
Can we ask him where the other half are?
There's the ones in the cages behind us. And he points behind you, and you can see scattered around the room, around the edges, are a bunch of sort of locked cage cells scattered throughout the room. Keep them in there. We've used a couple, but the other ones are there.
How did you use them exactly?
Well, so first you put them on the ritual table, and the ritual's complicated, but basically you take them out, and you have to slowly, juice them up. So you take a club and you beat them a little bit until they're nice and bruised. And then you hang them upside down and you slit their throat and you drain the blood onto the sacred table. Obviously, you know this, but I'm telling you anyways, that you drain the blood onto the sacred table. And that's as far as we've gotten. We don't know. We've got some lore. I had some books that were given to us by the master, but I just can't get the wording right. We don't know. We're still working on it, as you know.
New friend of ours here. Do you mind if we I would like to help you get the others here, but we told them that we were going to rescue these ones here. So if you wouldn't mind putting on a charade with us, we could maybe tie you up and pretend that you're a captive for us, and lo and behold,
He's your friend, but he's not too sure, and he's not sure about you. He's a friend with Saren, so make a persuasion check.
Alright, persuasion. This isn't gonna go well. Damn.
Yeah, he looks at you. I don't think that would work. I was tying me up. They wouldn't believe that. Why would they know me? They know me as the merchant that was with them. They wouldn't believe you would capture me and bring me back. That doesn't make any sense. No. We have much better plans. We'll go. I don't have many men now. You seem to have murdered all my friends. I don't really understand why, but we could just go and get them. And I have more cages. And then I'm sure we can get the ritual right. There are a couple more tweaks. We were so close.
I want to stand in front of this guy and make the runes in my armor glow dramatically and say, listen, son, I know a thing or two about rituals myself. I know something really important. is the name. What's the name of the master? Helps with the summoning, you know.
The name of the master. Well, he's got many names. We call him Arlen.
Arlen.
Yes, like Arline.
Arline. Does that name ring a bell to me?
No. You have not heard of an Arline before.
It wouldn't ring a bell for me at all.
Sorry, was that Sarah or was that who was asking if it would?
That was me.
You are from the area more, so make a check for me. Make a history check for me. Okay, so you've heard in the past when the Empire was still expanding, one of the merchant lords from the area that had was not a merchant king. He was a merchant lord, and he had tried to expand his empire to become a king and went missing about 50 years ago. You haven't heard much about him other than the fact that he used to be pretty powerful and he kind of disappeared off the grid.
This Arline. Can he see us now?
Oh no, he's not here. He works. You know, he sends me work to do. I don't talk with him that much, but you know, we work for him who works for a guy who works for a guy. It's how we work. You know, he passes me things. I get my new book. I mark down, you know, my success, the ones we've taken, their ages, you know, those kind of things.
The ledger from the camp.
Which leather? My ledger?
That's the main merchant guy, right? The one I
Yes.
performed for that one night. The one who's
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. So, shall we try it again, shall we? I have fresh ones. He starts.
My friend.
Yeah.
You're hauling in your carts.
Mostly garbage. We've just filled the carts up for a show. Really, we try to get people out here. Right? People don't just naturally travel alone anymore. So it's much easier if you own half of the caravan. People aren't asking too much questions if you're throwing around gold, yeah. Although your caravan was the first one that had paid guards, so we had to try to get rid of you. That didn't work out very well for us at all.
Is this the first time you've tried this ritual?
Oh no. We've made a couple attempts. This is probably our third or fourth attempt.
How many more?
It's hard to keep count. There's a bunch of them. I don't know, 20, 30, 40 times maybe.
As soon as he says that, I crush his head with a warhammer.
About time. If not, I was about to do it.
And you smash him from behind. He's just kind of like doing it, and his head just collapses.
Okay, I just want to take keys off his body.
Okay, you take a look, and you can find some keys on him. Are you gonna take a look and investigate it?
Okay, then I'm going to the cages in the back. I'm trying all the keys to open the door.
So not all the cages have people, but you can definitely tell that 3 of them have, about 5 people in them. And they look pretty beat up. They're not really moving too much. They're kind of huddled in the back, sort of laying down and coughing. You open up the key, and you can unlock the 3 cages with people in them.
Okay, I do that. Just calm. I know you people have been through a lot. You've seen we have slain these awful men. and we've come to help and rescue you. My name is Gerald. Gerald Delegate.
Gerald! One of the guys in the back sort of sits up. He looks pretty haggard, but you recognize him. He is the sort of blonde-haired elf that was asking about his friend.
See, did I get his name last time?
You did. And then we're gonna go with it was something really complicated, and my notes from last time got deleted and didn't upload to the cloud. So we're gonna call him Farland.
Farland?
No, let's not go with Farland. Sorry, that's the wrong name.
I don't know.
Sorry.
Galen, Daleth.
No, it was I have it here. Court. It's Court.
Court.
Let's go with Quote. Sure.
Yeah, very elven.
Yeah, not
Court.
really. Yes, it's me.
One of those imperial elves.
Yes. Well, he's colloquial. He's merged with the times. More recent following.
Do you know if there's any more that are here?
Well, there's just the ones we see around here, but there were more. I don't know where they went. They took them. They would take us, and the screams. There was so much screaming.
All right. Do any of you need help getting up and moving?
Court sort of stands up and is kind of shaky and manages to get up, and he looks okay because these ones don't look too good. So the two others in his cage look pretty bad. They could probably use some help walking. They're sort of sitting up and coughing. Yeah.
If I was in the Song of Rest, seeing as I'm technically out of combat,
Mm-hmm.
is there any way that might be able to give him enough health to maybe be able to walk? Or are they just too far beyond at this point?
Song of Rest.
And it only does a D6.
Yeah, no, that would probably work. Yeah, does it? Yeah, you could do that for sure.
So I just kind of pull out my lyre, and just kind of start humming.
Okay.
You've been through a lot through this dark and brassen cave, beaten and tortured and maimed, all in the hopes to be summoned. Basically something like that.
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll?
Yeah. All right. So that's cool. So does anybody else need healing? I think so. Saren, you can roll as well.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this would apply to anyone.
Yeah.
Plus your hit die for health for a short rest.
I didn't get hit once, so I'm good.
No, neither did I. Oddly
Can I
enough.
take a look around the room while he's doing this?
Yes,
My
absolutely.
hit. So
Alright.
my hit die.
And can I get my raccoon to help me out with this?
Yeah.
Get him to sniff around, see if I miss anything.
Yeah, make an investigation check with advantage. Okay. 18. So you look around. You definitely see some defecated cells and things like that. Nothing really of value in the area.
What about on the priests?
So on the priests, I think you guys had searched them already. You had found some did you search them already?
I think we just took the keys.
Oh, okay, you just took the keys. So no, they're wearing priesthood robes. There are no pockets. There's nothing. This looks like ritual garb. They would have changed out of their normal clothes into this. So outside of the keys, there's they have a necklace on them with a sort of strange shape to it. Kind of looks like a figure eight split in the middle, kind of with a diagonal slash through it. that's about all you can see, and all three of them have that sort of small medallion. Although the one on the merchant is slightly more detailed, higher quality. It looks like.
I'm gonna pocket that one.
Okay.
If I have time, I'm gonna drop a detect magic ritual on it just to be safe.
You got time. You can ritualize it. So while Gerald is sort of playing his music and healing everybody up and giving people like that some health power, you detect magic on it. Doesn't seem to be magic. It's not giving off anything else like that. Seems more of just a simple metallic object.
Anything else magic in the room?
Not that you can see at this point. Just lots of blood. All right.
Anything else in the room?
Sorry? I didn't catch what you said, Nathan.
That wasn't me.
Oh, sorry, Sarah?
Is there anything else in the room?
Not that you guys can see it, man. This seems to be like the ritual chamber. There's a bunch of cells and things like that all around. There's the 5 people you found, one of which is the elf that you recognized. He's helping a friend, which looks like the friend he was looking for, out of another cage. And they're sitting around the fire. That's pretty much it.
So I guess I'll just walk up to the rest of the group at this point. So I think we need to search the rest of the cave. There might be more people in here.
Okay.
I think we have everyone that's from our merchant cards. I think we just go because there should be another room full of people near the front of the cave, and it might just be best to avoid them. Just get out of here.
Yeah, we don't want to leave the wounded behind.
It's best to get them to safety first, and if we want to come back, we can, but...
So as you
I would rather
ponder,
stay safe.
your situation and your next steps, we will end it here for tonight. And next week, you will decide what you are going to do. And I will get better dice and try to plan around an ever-changing party number. So I'm sorry some of the things fell over. I had some different plans, but then your guys' number changed and I scaled it down. I think I underscaled it. So anyways.
How many of us are there here?
So now we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we are 5.
We are 5.
So we were originally supposed to be 8, and then Matcha couldn't come. Another guy who said he was going to come didn't come, and then 7 dropped off the call.
All right. I'm just going to dole out to everybody 25 silver pieces while we're resting.
Perfect.
Is that our share of the much gold?
It is. I'll wait till next time. It's fine.
Yeah. You can do that.
You said?
You can do the gold stuff. I will explore. I will give XP at the end of this, sort of when we get out of the cave and all that jazz. So we'll get that next game.
Okay.
All
How many
right.
pieces did you say?
25 silvers each.
25. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much.
Thought I was the greedy one.
Well, thanks everybody. I hope it was fun. This one was, again, like I said, a little bit less than planned, but hopefully we'll move on and stabilize, and then it'll be a little bit easier for me to figure out what I'm planning for. And might use I'm liking Roll20 for the rolls, but I'm not enjoying. I don't know how you guys feel. Let me know how you guys feel about the combat on Roll20, or how the combat's been for you guys on Roll20. If you guys want to just go to a more traditional, less like
Not bad. It's just I think I might be able to get a computer up and running.
Yeah.
So this might actually allow me to see the maps.
Okay. So next time I'll have different maps. I think it works better with the smaller ones. I try to do sort of larger areas, and it's kind of clunky. But thanks for putting up with it, guys.
No worries.
That was good. It was good.
It was good.
We're making strides.
We're making strides. You guys are going in. You're figuring out what's going on here a little bit of story.